Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a pretty wild new piece of technology, one that claims it can pull back the curtain on reality TV and tell us what's real and what's just for the cameras. We're talking about an AI that's basically an emotional truth serum. Okay, so let's get right into it. We've all been there, right? You're glued to your screen watching some dating show finale, and you cannot help but ask yourself this one question. Are they actually in love, or is this just an amazing performance? It's the biggest mystery in modern TV. And that mystery really gets to the heart of the whole thing, the reality TV illusion. I mean, we live in this age of perfectly curated social media feeds and, performative everything. It's gotten so hard to tell a real connection from a really well-produced story. And that leads to a huge problem. The old ways we used to measure engagement, likes, comments, how long people watch, they just don't cut it here. All they can really measure is the performance itself. They can't get to the emotional truth underneath it all. But what if there was a tool that could actually see past all that performance? Something that could analyze those tiny, unspoken clues that give away how we're really feeling. Well, that's where MatchIQ comes in. It's an AI that's built to be a kind of emotional detective for this digital world of ours. So what exactly is MatchIQ? Well, it's an AI-powered tool that analyzes video to give you this data-driven look into a human interaction. It's not listening to the scripted lines they're saying. No, it's watching and listening for all the involuntary signals that show what's really going on behind the scenes. And you can see why people are so excited about it. This quote just sums it up perfectly. Fans and commentators are looking at this thing as a total game changer, a way to finally get the receipts and find out the real story with their favorite on-screen couples. So the big question is, how on earth can an AI understand something as complicated as human emotion? It honestly sounds a little like science fiction, but the way it works is actually pretty specific. So let's take a look under the hood. Okay, so first up, the AI looks at the face. It's been trained to spot what are called micro-expressions. These are super fast, totally involuntary facial movements that only last for a split second. They're basically impossible to fake, and they can totally give away an emotion someone's trying to hide. It even tracks eye movement to see how genuine someone is being. Next, it listens to the voice, and it doesn't care about the words they're saying. It cares about how they're saying them. It's analyzing the pitch, the pace, the intonation, all to find these tiny shifts that can signal things like stress or excitement or an emotional disconnect, stuff our own ears might totally miss. And finally, it zooms out and looks at the whole interaction. It's searching for these behavioral patterns, these rhythms. Are the two people mirroring each other's body language? Is their conversation flowing naturally, back and forth? That kind of synchronization, or, the lack of it, is a huge sign of whether a connection is real or just a performance. And the crazy part is, getting this deep analysis is incredibly simple. For you, the user, it's just a 3-step process. You upload a short video clip, hit submit, and then a few moments later, you get this incredibly detailed emotional report. And it's these reports, the AI's final verdict, that are causing such a massive stir online. Fans are using this thing to audit everything from a couple's first date to the big season finale. And the results? Well, they're fueling a whole new level of drama and debate. I want you to just imagine this for a second. You just watched what you thought was the most romantic proposal in the show's history. So you upload the clip, and a few moments later, this comes back. A compatibility score of 42%. Wow. All of a sudden, that whole scene looks completely different, doesn't it? For a lot of viewers, seeing a score like that is just pure validation. It confirms that gut feeling they've had all season long. It's like the AI is handing them the data to back up their intuition, proving they were right all along. But MatchIQ goes way deeper than just one number. It can actually pinpoint specific areas of friction. For instance, it might spot a love language clash. Maybe one partner shows love through physical touch, while the other shows it through acts of service. And suddenly, that little bit of unspoken tension we all felt watching them makes perfect sense. So yeah, the full report is incredibly detailed. You get the main compatibility score, that deep dive into their emotional resonance, that sync score for how well they interact, and it all wraps up with a final narrative verdict that tells the AI's version of their story. But of course, a tool this powerful is going to stir up some controversy. It makes us ask some really big questions about technology's role in, well, judging the most human parts of who we are. And as you'd probably expect, people's reactions are all over the place. You've got the fans who feel totally vindicated by it, saying it's addictive. Then there are the show creators who are genuinely intrigued, some even using it to test things like actor chemistry. But then you have the skeptics who are really wary, saying, I don't trust an AI to judge emotions. And finally, you have the ethics experts who are urging caution and pointing out the need for things like clear consent. On one side of the debate, you have researchers in academia who see this as a totally groundbreaking new tool for things like media studies. They think it could unlock brand new ways to understand how we communicate and, how we perform when we know we're being watched. But then, on the other side, you have people actually in the industry, like this reality show producer. And they're worried it could actually break the magic of it all. I mean, if an AI can just give you the answer halfway through a season, does that ruin the story that makes these shows so fun to watch? So that really leaves us with the big question. What is this thing? Is MatchIQ a powerful new way to analyze the world? Or is it kind of a digital crystal ball that we're putting way too much faith in? For what it's worth, the creators themselves are careful to say that the tool is a signal, not a sentence. It's meant to help our intuition, not replace it. When it comes down to it, this technology is a fascinating glimpse into the future. As AI gets better and better at reading our most subtle emotional cues, we're the ones who have to decide how much power we want to give it. Because if an AI can audit romance today, what other parts of our lives will it be auditing tomorrow?